Hello and welcome back to my studio. My name is Amy Scher and I am a knitting pattern designer and fiber artist living in St. Louis, Missouri. It's been a little while since we've had a vloggy type video. I've been hard at work working on my building blocks drop launch. That pattern is now available and out in the world, so I'm feeling really good about this year. I'm already looking forward and finishing up the building blocks cardigan. This is a V-neck cardigan pattern with the same basic measurements as the building blocks drop. It comes in this nice little T version, sleeveless version. And I've just finished this custom to my body sample as an example of what you can do with the pattern to make modifications for each unique body. Most of the mods I made on this version for my body are in the pattern, and I'll be writing up blog posts for the ones that are not. Today I'm finishing up the button band, then there's a lot of fussing and checking and double checking and triple checking to make sure all is well on a mannequin on my dress form. Usually at this stage of pattern making, there's a lot of that happening, just fiddling and making sure it all looks good. The sample was knit with the long sleeve view and the high-low hem split using Nutiden yarn in the colorways E-Nest with some contrast border from scraps of Dukvala that I had, but you don't have to do the contrast thing at all. One of my tasks today is to pick out some buttons, and I'm hesitant to talk about these buttons because I love them so much. And there's always that worry that if this button vendor becomes too popular, I will not be able to get my hands on them. But I buy all my buttons from Textile Garden. And just like with my patterns and the yarns used, I'll list everything below. I think I've settled on that blue button there. For all my spinners, I have not forgotten that I promised you updates on this beautiful Inglenook Fiber countdown. It's now January 22nd on the day that I record this, and I have not finished spinning the 12 days of Christmas fiber. The building blocks drop launch kind of got away from me. I'll get back to it soon. Meanwhile, I've been kind of casting my eyes forward towards spring. Working on that sock that I wound the yarn for a few weeks back, and I'm happy to report I have finished the sample. If this looks familiar to you, that's because it is. I actually designed this pattern about 2 years ago, and it ended up becoming a little something else, and I'm excited to get this one into testing. My tests do go out to my Coffee monthly subscribers first and return testers first, and I do expect this one to most likely fill up during that stage. Since I recorded the first part of this video, a little bit of a disaster has occurred. My sleeves were 2 inches too long on both sides. So last night when I discovered this, I went ahead and shortened one sleeve, which is why you see one is shorter there. I spent some time this morning correcting the other sleeve, and I'll just show a few brief clips here, but if you want to see a more extended video with the entire process, just let me know. But I used all the same tips that I gave pretty much in my Nutiden video, the one about unspun yarns generally. Spinning the yarn in place before I work with it, and just making sure that I keep the yarn strong. Don't panic if the yarn breaks, just work with it, felt another piece onto it, just do what you can to stay calm. I had a nice breakfast and coffee before I started this, and reserved at least an hour. This sleeve took about 45 minutes, but I think it's good to be aware of your time and not have to stop in the middle. I think that's the trickiest part, is just making sure you have enough dedicated time to sit down and do all of this. I don't know what's going on with me when I knit the sweater. It's looking better, but I can see that the neckband, I actually knit it with an interchangeable needle with size 7 and size 6, and in my own pattern I say size 6. So I think, looking at how puffy that neckband is here, I'm gonna have to spend some time this week re-knitting it. It is a bummer that I have to re-knit that neckband, because I'm feeling very ready to be done with this pattern, and I've received some really beautiful yarn in the mail in the last week, and I really want to jump into my spring projects, but they'll have to wait another day. I thought I'd give you all a look at the yarn I received. The one I showed you earlier was by Big Little Yarn Co. by Melanie. I'll talk more about that when I have more to show you. I bought some yarn from Erin at Coast to Coast Yarn Co. quite a while back. It was a big pre-order from her book Tropes collection, and I finally got it, and I'm really happy. I think Erin's yarn is always color accurate online, and I'm really happy with what I've received. I have no idea what these will be. They're for my personal collection, not for work or anything, so I think I have time to really sit with them and figure out what I want to do with them. I also received some more yarn from Purl Soho. This is for, I think, a summer piece I've got coming up. I am using, once again, Linen Quill by Purl Soho, which I really enjoyed last time I worked with it, so I hope that what I come up with will be to your liking as well. Thanks for watching and spending some time with me in the studio, and I'll see you next week.